Hi everybody, Matt and Tom back with you. Today we're not far from Newton Le Willows. We're in an area that's known as Glazebury and Culcheth. The reason we're here today is there's an interesting story to do with the land that we're walking across and exploring. There's been people noted to be in this area since the Bronze Age. However, we're going back to 1200. In 1200, the first hall was built here by a Gilbert De Culcheth, and he had 5 children, 4 daughters and 1 son. That son was called Hugh de Gilbert. At some point, the son was actually murdered by 12 people, which just left the 4 daughters. And when Gilbert died, the manor went to his 4 daughters, but of course back in 1200 women were not allowed to own the land. Entering the scene comes the Baron of Warrington with his 4 sons, and those 4 sons are married off to the 4 daughters. One of them changes the name to Culcheth so that the name can continue, and each of them has a quarter of the land. I did not pick the right shoes for today. Oh. Moving into the area were the Holcrofts family. They were supporters of Oliver Cromwell, whereas the Culcheth family were supporters of the king. This was the time of the Civil War. It's weird, we've just spotted a house. I don't think this was on the map, was it? Yeah. Wow. At the end of the Civil War in the 17th century, obviously after all the fighting, there were quite a lot of bodies to get rid of. Apparently, the bodies were put in a lane through these woods. So it's no surprise that locals today believe that these woods are haunted. So the ghost story is that people have seen visions in the woods, which has been linked to the Civil War, and they think it's the bodies of those buried here. So obviously it's not a graveyard as such, and I don't know how many people were buried, but I imagine quite a few. Tom, we could be walking on the bodies from the Civil War.
Oliver's army.
Seems I've lost Tom.